Public in place and salute. Dude. Please, and, invitation. Oh, there it is. We'll let John, do it.
Was sovereign ruler of the universe, thou art the Lord of hosts and God of peace. Without thee, our efforts are vain. Continue thy blessings upon us, we pray thee, and guide us during our deliberations. We beseech thee, O God, to bless the dependents of our departed comrades, and to comfort all who gave their beloved ones our nation's cause. Bless and strengthen the sick, the needy, and the afflicted. Bless, we ask thee, the widows, the orphans, and help us to fulfill our duty towards them. Continue thy favor upon us, and help us to practice the spirits of true comradeship, both in our councils and within the world at large. Enable us to better the community in which we live through our devotion to duty as citizens. At this time, we bow our heads in reverent silence, prayer for our departed comrades. These and all other necessary blessings we ask of thee, mighty ruler of the universe. Amen.
Amen. Remembering our departed comrades and the comrades of our fathers, veterans, parents, let us stand in silence. Okay. There is a. Okay, go ahead.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, would everybody please join me in reciting the preamble to the Constitution. Proud possessors of a priceless heritage, we male descendants of veterans of the Great Wars associate ourselves together for the Son of the American Legion, for the following purposes: to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, to maintain law and order, to foster and perpetuate the true spirit of Americanism, to preserve the memories of our former members, the association of our forefathers, to inculcate a sense of individual obligation to community, state, and the nation, to combat the autocracy of both the classes and the masses, to make right the master of might, to promote peace and goodwill on earth, to safeguard and transmit to posterity the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy, to consecrate and sanctify our friendship by our devotion to mutual helpfulness, to adopt in the letter of spirit all the great principles of which the American Legion stands, and to assist in carrying on our democratic country. I now declare the 14th District Detachment of Ohio Winter Conference convened. And we have a roll call. Officers, please.
Commander. Here. First Vice.
Here.
Second Vice.
Here.
Finance Officer. Not here. Adjutant. I'm here. Sergeant at Arms.
Here.
Advisor.
Don't worry about trying to close that.
Don't
It's gonna be
close.
more hassle
Close
than
to
it's worth.
Don't close anymore.
Send
Don't close it. It's gotten stuck that way and nobody's been able to try to move it lately.
All right. Just want to let you know it's a little difficult here, Vic.
got officers present.
Roll call post.
19. 175.
Here.
Comment.
3.
209. 272.
1.
281.
1.
331. 449.
1.
2. Wait, no, that's right.
566.
5.
5. 674. 685.
Negative 1 3/4.
How about 1 minus 1?
That's why I said negative.
Mr. Commander, for the first time in a couple of years, we actually got.
Let's see. Introduction of guests. We have Miss Kathy Burkhammer, 14th District Auxiliary President, sitting way back there. Hello, Miss Kathy, would you like to say anything?
Sure. Can I speak from here? Okay. This Saturday is Garden Country. We still have tickets left if anybody wants to come. Let me know today. And either give me the money today or Saturday. It's at post 175. And it's a beautiful ceremony if you haven't attended. And make sure your post to send in to Jim Forsythe, your deceased members, so they get recognized. And the biggest thing we found out at Midwinter last weekend is we're going back to OBH for Poppy Shop. We haven't been there since COVID. So that will be April 7th. We'll have the Miss Poppies. All the information will be in my newsletter with the attachments. And we'll get the information out to the auxiliary so we can get SAL and juniors to come and show off that day. March 23rd is my spring roundtable meeting at Stowe. You're invited, Bob. If you can't make it, one of your officers.
Okay. I can tell you I'm not going to be allowed to drive.
What time would that be?
9 o'clock.
I'll be working.
It starts at 9. So, yeah, I'd rather have an afternoon meeting, but I get outvoted on that every time. I'm not a willing person, they all know that. And the Department Junior Conference. Department will be at Department Legion Headquarters April 20th. I'm telling that because we have a couple of fathers in the room. So, Commander Bob, I wish you a most successful winter conference and your upcoming surgery.
Thank you.
What time for juniors on that?
That I don't know.
All right. Let me know, again, I'll be at work, but I'll make sure, 3 juniors will be there.
Yeah, Karen will be coming.
All right.
She's got 2 of the department officers, so she has to go. So, thank you very much for inviting me.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. We have, Jake Marks, the district first vice, or second vice.
No, I'm district second vice. He'll be incoming next,
Okay, what are you?
one of my many titles.
One of you gentlemen are representing your district today.
The district second vice, Sharon called me late last night, has not been feeling well, but she, sends her greetings, and hope, we have a good conference.
Thank you.
Yeah, she had also sent me a message that she wouldn't be here today. She said, I'm just too under the weather.
Okay. Now, since we haven't had a legal meeting for almost a past year, are we going to, we be worrying about, our current election of this year's officers?
No, not till April.
Sitting at the table right now. Because we didn't get elected this year.
Basically, yes, we were, we had enough at the March, at that meeting to put us in office, no, we haven't had enough at the meeting since. We had just one, we were one over, so we were put in.
Okay. So that means the last meeting we had would be the March meeting?
The last, we had a meeting in April or October, but it was just a round table. We had a grand total of three squadrons,
And 3 squadrons and 7 people.
three squadrons and 7 people.
Gentlemen, I must apologize, I haven't been able to attend any meetings since back in August. Okay?
So at the October meeting, we just sat around the table, we were up at 281, we had just discussed a lot of things going on or in the district, fundraisers, some squadrons we're putting on and going from there. And we talked about, John was there, brought up about the gaming that the department's going to be doing, and George brought up some ideas he had. And basically that was it. We couldn't act on anything or that, vote on anything, because we didn't have enough people there to do it.
Okay.
John's got the finance report from Steve.
We need, welcome to the post.
I said something to Kelly because he was here, and I think he left. So, we don't have anybody to welcome us, except you.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, welcome to our post. This is 566. I can tell you that we should have some chicken stuff coming, right? Yeah.
It's already in the oven.
Okay, it's in the oven right now, straight more. Okay, for after the meeting. I need to say, I hope we have a great meeting. I guess that's all I can say as a welcome. All right?
Take it.
Committee reports, finance, John, got it? For Steve?
I got an overflow one. Steve forgot to send me or type up and email me his actual report. He's on his way. He said Missouri, Mississippi with his granddaughter. He has to drive her down there for school. But he is hoping to have district SAL bank account set up by the end of this week. And also, he's going to be putting paperwork in, but we're going to be getting $1,000 for the district through Charities Inc. He did send letters out for the SAL. Wait, no, that's not the SAL. Legion per capita. He should send one out to the SAL as well. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that one yet.
I've got that here,
Okay. And I think that's about it as far as I can think of.
Thank you, John. How about the district membership report?
Dad talked to 19
Yeah.
and 272, And they've now got their cards in their hands as far as we know, except for 272, they gotta wait for Robert to get back in town. So, we got them figured out,
Nordonia Hills.
Adonia Hills, they called him, they're giving up their charter, unfortunately, but not sure what place we're currently in, cause that ain't on.
I just saw 12th place, or 12th or 11th.
We're in 11th place.
That's, the only bad part, the one that's we run off doesn't show that part of it.
I just went for the local squadron. Sorry.
And I didn't think to pull up the notes like I normally try to do.
12th place.
12 places, okay.
Yeah, as of the 24th.
So right now, 19's got nobody in yet. I didn't have any luck reading these things.
Want me to read it?
Yeah, cause I got no luck.
19 is sitting at 0 out of a quota of 12. 175 sitting at quota of 168. Current 139 gives them an 82.74. 209. Current date is 17 people. Quota is 18, giving them a 94.44. 281 has a quota of 11, with no cards turned in yet. 281 has 157 members with a quota of 212, giving them 74.06. Ravenna has a 108 out of 134 quota, giving them 80.60. 449 has 11 out of a quota of 28, giving them a 39.29. Kent has a 68 out of 95, giving them a 71.58. 566 has 91 out of a quota of 113, giving them an 80.53. Wyndham has a 21 out of a quota of 65, giving them 32.31. Streetsboro has 85 out of a quota of 112, giving them a 75.89. Gentlemen, if you want to see these numbers at your post regularly, all you have to do is go up to ohio.com, ohiolegion.com, go to the membership page, click on Sons of the American Legion membership. It'll pop you up with the district. Then you touch the blue button on the hyperlink there for the 14th district, and it'll open this page right here that I just read. It's real easy to get to. Everybody should be able to find it if they need the information.
Just to give you a heads up, I had to check on it, I told Fred the situation at 449, but we have 17 cards, we should be able to process within the next week.
Let's see, the next lap date is March 13th, I believe.
566, we have 10 more cards getting ready to go in. They're all ready to go. Gotta get them in the mail.
Okay. Anything else for membership?
Do you wanna handle the campaign side there?
Yeah, I'll handle the per capita real quick. Every year the district, we asked 25 cents per member based on your last year's membership, per capita to help us with district funds and that. So, 19, I was 250. 209, 425, 272, $2.50. 281, 52.50. 331, 32.50. 496, 625. Or 449, 625. 496, 22.50. 566, 27.50. 674, 15, and 685, 27.
Yeah.
I told Mr. Life over there, I'm going to consider 566 as per capita paid because I shelled out 40-some dollars mailing out all the information and all that stuff out of my pocket, getting everything mailed out, copies. That's okay.
I'd like to make a motion, that we excuse 566 per capita due to Fred Harline, spending his own personal money, to get all the information out.
We've got a motion on the floor. A second, please.
I'll second.
Second from 175.
Name, please.
Bob Newball.
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Against? The motion carries. Anything else for the motion? All right. Okay, so coming on to district activities.
Do we do that?
George?
You don't have to worry about standing up with your hood back.
It's okay with me.
Someone got something heavy to throw at John. We have, coming up, the Medina Ice Festival. It is, February 16th, 17th, and 18th, if I remember the calendar correctly.
You're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm using my phone to record the meeting, so I can't see my calendar. This is, obviously I got the Cold Hard Cash raffle with me where we raffle off $1,000. But this is one of the biggest ice festivals in Ohio. And they give us a spot right across from the gazebo in the middle of the competition. This year it is confirmed, we're not in the vendors area. We are across from the gazebo, back where we used to be. They're giving us a nice mats to stand on and everything. We'll see 10 to 15,000 people walking through that square every day. We invite any and all posts and squadrons to come help and promote that day. We get people from, or those 3 days, we get people from all over the state coming. I know in the case of the raffle, one year we had a guy from Sandusky win, and he was actually a member of the Sandusky Post. So that should give you an idea of the range people come out to see this festival. And obviously we'll gladly split the earnings from the raffle with any posts and squadrons that come to help. But it's definitely, we get quite a few members each year for everyone. So if you're available that weekend for even a short amount of time, we can use the help. We'll have a heater in the tent, so even if it is cold, although with how our weather's been lately, it could be anywhere from 15 degrees to 50 degrees, so we don't know what to expect. The biggest times, crowd-wise, Friday night at 6 to 8, when we have the fire and ice tower and the speed carving competition, and then noon to about 4 or 5 on Saturday and Sunday.
when the individual and team competitions are going on. The spot we're at, like I said, it's the gazebo right in the middle of everything. We are right next to that. So everyone that's there to see the carvings has to walk through that spot. The competition's going on all around us. So there will be the case of we just hope they come down like when we were in the vendors area. They have to walk past us. We definitely could use, you got some vocal people, kids who yell a lot and can get attention.
I'll be out there already since my new job is in Medina now, just north of the square.
So, you know, anything that can help would be greatly appreciated. Like it's a great event for the SAL and the Legion as a whole.
We need whatever help we can get,
Yep.
because if we don't get the help, it looks like it's gonna be me, my dad, and George somewhere.
Yeah, because I'm also DJing the whole time. I will be in the gazebo. So I'll be right across from it, which means I will have access to the PA promoting us. And I'm still negotiating to get the outer speakers, but we'll definitely have the gazebo speakers in my own, so everyone that even gets close will know something's going on.
I gotta get a microphone this year?
Uh-oh. Kathy?
Do you still have applications?
Yes. We've got a stack of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know what we have in the bin right
We
now.
have the tote and the storage unit, and we still got a bunch of applications for the auxiliary, I'm pretty sure, and the Legion and the SL. I just, not having the tote right in front of me, I'm not sure what we got,
Let me know.
because it needs to be organized. Last year, when we got done down here at Norton, we just threw everything in there to get out of there and didn't organize nothing. So there's a nice mess right now.
I know in previous years, when it came to raising funds, when we were in this spot, well, we're 90 degrees, so where John would remember it, instead of us being here in the gazebo here, we're here. So we're also on the way, everyone going down to see the big carvings has to go. What they call the bandstand area. But even the disorganized first 2 years where we only had people out there one day, we still raised, what, $2,000 even after the festivals cut? That was after the festivals cut. Usually what it is for our spot, they take the risk. They're putting up the $1,000. That first 1,000 we have to pay back regardless, but if we don't make it, when we never have failed to make that. Yeah, we don't lose anything. Elegant Ice eats that cost. But if we make over 1,000, we pay them back. Then for our spot, we split the earnings. And even with that, you know, we're still bringing in 2,000 when we were next to the gazebo. And that's with, you know, just Saturday. We get someone out there on Friday during the Fire and Ice Tower yelling. We get people out there on Sunday. We make sure good coverage. We can, you know, easily bring in a lot for every squadron that helps out. Plus, like I said, membership alone, there's quite a few people we can pick up there. So
You gotta understand, we're not doing just membership for our folks in our district. Okay? If we get somebody that lives out in Sandusky or down in Dayton, and they are interested, we give them a membership application, okay? And then we'll take that information and call the local post down there, wherever it's at, and say, here's somebody that wants to join. Okay? So we're not just doing it for us.
Last year, we had a gentleman come up, started talking to us at Medina, and I gave him the envelope we have, which I don't have one with me today. But it's got the applications for the Legion Auxiliary, SAL in it, plus all the information on our programs. I handed it to him, and he goes, "Where are you at?" I said, "We're at 566 over in Portage Lakes." He goes, "Boy, that's a long way for me to travel." I said, "Well, there's other Legion posts around town." around the area. He said, well, I live right, almost behind post 170 in Wadsworth. And I says, I wrote my name on there, I says, go in there, ask for the post commander, show him what you got, and I says, see what happens. Post commander called me 2 weeks later, they signed him up for the Legion, his wife up for the auxiliary, 2 of his daughters up in the juniors, and 3 of his sons up in the SAF. And he says he never would have known what all we did if it hadn't been for us promoting him. Last year, it was, Bob was there for a couple of days, but then Fred and I and George were there most of the time, and on Sunday, now where they had us last year was on the main street, right in front of the courthouse,
It was not a good spot.
which was not very good. Everybody would come down and go this way or go that way and wouldn't see us. But then here's the kicker. They're supposed to have the road closed until 6 o'clock. The city of Medina opened the road up at 4 o'clock. And we're still, all this booths along there, the vendors and all that, are still trying to take down our stuff. And there's people driving both ways on the road.
Not only was, obviously all the vendors and ourselves upset, we're talking Elegant Ice Peggy, who organizes the festival. Oh, she ripped into the police because they opened the road up hour and a half early.
She, as George said, after they opened the roads up and the police left, she walked out and had them put the barricades back
Yeah, as soon as
up.
the police left, her and her husband went and put the barricades back up so we could finish properly. But yes, Medina we can definitely use help with. And if your squadrons have their own events, we have a district Facebook page, not the group, the page where anyone can see it. You can hit by like, because the group is private, and if you're not a member of the group, you can't see it. But with the page, if you send your events, I can make sure they get posted on there to help you promote. I know I have access, all 3 of them should have access. So between one of us, we can make sure if you have something going on, we can help you with the district page to get the word out.
If you send me information, I can go on to the regular Legionnaires district page, because I created that one many moons ago.
So that can help just as much to get everyone promoted, and we really need to get the word out that, we're more than a bar with funny hats. We gotta let the public know we actually are a fundraising charity organization for veterans.
Okay. Anything else, George?
That's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, now we go to the internal affairs report. And we do this.
Yeah. Now, gentlemen, I gave you all a copy. There's a cover letter in there with all the paperwork you need for the next year, which all this should be in department headquarters no later than May 1st. They'll take it, but you can send it at any time, but they ask for it to be in by the Constitution and bylaws by May 1st every year. There is a form in there, it's a squadron data form, which goes to national headquarters. That says be in there by April 15th. If we get it to department by May 1st, they can get it to national headquarters. National is hoping to, you can do it now, you can sign up online, fill it in there, and a member can pay his dues right online, and they can print up their own card. And you can pay, anybody can pay, you can get a bunch of cards together, go online with that, and pay it all up, comes right out of your bank account.
Gentlemen, if you fill out these forms and you send in the department, send a copy to Brett. Okay? If we can get copies here, you aren't going to get calls back from department. He will. Okay? And he can send another copy back down to them when they lose the things.
Which they've been known to do.
Okay?
That's where it
Anything
borders
you
on the
send to
hobby for
departments
them.
like that, let us have them.
Or you can send them straight to me and I'll put them all bulked together and put them in headquarters.
We've done that in the past too.
With Lonnie, they're from 272, they were having problems, and 19 was having problems. So it's been about 3 weeks ago, they both contacted me. I called headquarters, I got back to them, I called headquarters back again. All total, I was on the phone for about 4.5 hours, and 2 hours on the computer filling all their paperwork out the department had lost.
And 4 times total of recharging your cell phone.
Yes.
Okay, Veterans Affairs report.
I don't have anything right now.
Okay, I don't either. Employment and education reports. I don't have anything. Does anybody else have anything for employment?
For which?
Veterans Employment and Education? Okay, how about POW MIA reports?
I haven't got anything from national or POW people in about a month. At that time, they were still trying to identify some remains that had been returned one from Korea and 2 from Vietnam. They're still trying to identify them.
Okay, how about Legion Riders? Do we have any riders in the group today?
Technically I am, but, there's supposed to be, event coming up at Kent Post, but it's more, we're trying to raise money for Carl Shortridge. Those who don't know him, he's an SAL member, he's very active, he does a lot with the juniors. His house caught fire,
You see the
earlier
pictures?
this month.
You see the pictures?
Yeah. So we're trying to help him and his family out. As far as I know, that's it at the moment.
The last I heard from Carl is they have him put up in a hotel right now till they can find him someplace. And it looks like they might have to total his house to rebuild the total, because it's very badly damaged.
It reminded me of our trail.
Okay, to the Child Welfare Foundation report. Gentlemen, these people in the Welfare Foundation, they operate on donations from each of the squadrons and the post. And they're not the little piggy bank people. Okay, this is a whole separate entity. They are more along the lines, from what I understand, of let's help the families that need something. We're not working with the big charities, okay? So if you folks can donate to this group, this Child Welfare Foundation, it goes right straight to them and gets out to families. Okay? And the only reason I know that little bit is because I got directed to be on the committee for that, for the department. We haven't had a meeting since last summer convention. I was not allowed to go to summer convention. oratorical contest?
I haven't really gone too far out of my way to get this sorted. I've had a lot on my plate. I also haven't really put myself in the direction of receiving any other appropriate guidance. We were going to try to get something going by late February, but with the way that things are currently panning out, a month to get however many people interested and up to, you know, ready to go, it's not gonna be happening out there.
Okay, Jake, hi. Did the Legion part of the oratory go for 7 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I won't be able to help this year, but later on this spring, I'll be able to step up and help you. Get things set up, because I've got a file folder sitting at the house that has how to set up everything, run each step all the way up through department.
Yeah.
Okay, and then who to get for volunteers to help out at that department, their contest. Okay?
I do know that, the department oratorical contest is gonna be, I think, on the 17th of March at department around, like, 4 p.m., somewhere around there. But, with the way things have been sort of moving at the department level for that committee, I haven't heard anything specific, but it's not looking too hot in terms of the continuation of the program, simply because there was a huge spat between people that were supposed to pay out the prize amount to a specific dollar, and that was nixed. So,
That was fixed.
it was fixed.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a whole other headache.
Okay. Well, I'll have to wait until I see another one of them guys again, or talk to John Looker about it, see what's going on. I'll have something for you guys next meeting, or at the next Legion District meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, how's about Buckeye Boys State? And since we got somebody on the Boys State committee now.
Oh, Kathy had her hand up.
Well, we got 2 people here.
I have another question. The oratorical reminded me that at Midwinter, they graded the A&G test. Do we know, we had several winners from the district to department, do we know how they did?
Yes,
All right,
me being the American District Chairman and actually, was there for the judging, we have 2 winners from our district for the AG test. 1 delegate, 1 alternate. The delegate, I'm not even trying to butcher the kid's
No,
name
no.
again,
What post?
but they're both from Copy Post.
yes.
Yeah, I did try to reach out to them, let them know they were going to receive a letter in the mail, let them know, they had, information come in. The AG, trip for them is February 22nd, or 21st, February 21st to March 1st. So, we might possibly have one, going on that trip. Like I said, they never responded back when I attempted to call them and let them know they won. But we do, we're on 14th District Council.
I'll reach out to a couple of the auxiliary members that I know
All right.
and see it.
Yeah, I had both information, so I called them, so yeah, so we're, good on that. Boys State, we did have an emergency meeting, that, we typically can't really talk about yet. There's, legal issues that need to be addressed. They're coming up with a new policy. We'll have that at the April 13th meeting. the trustees will vote on. But right now, if you can, reach out to your schools, try to see if we get delegates in, send the money down to the department. It's still only $300 per boy for the Buckeye Boys State. We're still under contract for the next 8 years through Miami University, where they're not raising that $300 fee. The only time it goes over $300 is when we get a bus and we send the kids down. Depending on how many kids we send, it depends on the size of the bus, will depend on how much that costs. But they are working hard. Please reach out to your schools. We're trying to get Buckeye Boys State back to what it was prior to COVID. Prior to COVID, we were averaging around 1,200 young men. Since COVID, we've been teetering around 600. Matter of fact, we were down about 30, 40 boys last year, unfortunately. I'm not too sure why. But if you need help with anything, you can call the department, Christy White, who is behind the scenes for Buckeye Boys State. Reach out to me, reach out to Steve Mazwick or Roger Wyatt. All three of us are commissioner, or not commissioners, trustees. Jake is a commissioner.
Just newly appointed.
And I think that's it for Boys State, unless anyone has any questions. Yes,
One question. Orientation.
orientation,
Do you have
that
a date
is,
and a place? No.
yeah, orientation is May 5th. It should be 10 a.m. at Kent Merrick Legion Post, 496. So that's what's in stone. And then I suggested, because it's May 5th, margaritas immediately following, since it's Cinco de Mayo.
Okay. Any other committee reports? Okay. Any unfinished business?
Mr. Command. Okay. Few dates coming up. American Legion Family Day will be April 27th this year. If you go onto the department's website or National's website, they have all the information you need to know about helping your Legion post do a Legion Family Day. What they want you to do is get out, get involved in your community in that area. Invite people to your post to let them show what the American Legion really is and what good we do. April 6th to the 8th in Columbus, Central Region Extravaganza. It's got something that's going on. It's going to be Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Missouri, all the central states for the organization. So they're going to be getting together in Columbus that weekend and just going over a lot of different things. They're trying to limit it to 75 people to be there. And that's what they're trying to have, just that many people show up this year. Detachment Convention, May 17th, 18th, and 19th over in Findlay, Ohio. The information should be coming up. It should be on the departmental website, but I've yet to find it. I find last year's information, not this year's.
Fred,
Yeah?
I did see that on Facebook. Somebody posted about that,
Yeah.
but I don't know who. But I did see it on Facebook.
I've seen about 5 or 6 different people on my friends list sharing it.
Now, there is a new publication being started by National. For years, we had the salute coming out of National headquarters. And then it was supposed to be like the Legion magazine every quarter. It was supposed to be every quarter, and for some reason, it wouldn't quit being published. Jeff Vrabel started a weekly roundup that he sends out every Saturday or Sunday, covers everything that's happening all over the United States in the Sons of Legion. If you want to get into it, it's Jeff Vrabel Sr. at gmail.com to sign up to get it. But they've started something new coming out of headquarters. Jeff has more information on it in there. It's gonna be a weekly email coming out of national headquarters, letting you know what's going on. I don't have the exact information on that, 'cause it's just brand new, it's just started, they've only sent out one issue so far, so they're still working on it. Is that a title? No, I don't even have the title on it right now. I forgot, I don't have it written down here. Is it calling over?
Okay. Check call.
Okay, sick call and relief, our detachment, our district chaplain, Ed Fast, fell and broke his hip, and he had to have surgery. He's in Akron City Hospital. Department's second vice commander, Stan, how do you pronounce his last name, Oren?
What? Yeah, Stan Oren,
He had heart bypass surgery. Past detachment, liaison Mike Kennedy had surgery for cancer. Our department president, Jane Ridenour, was in the hospital overnight for, what was that, Kathy?
Jane was in the hospital a couple of days after midwinter with heart problems.
Okay.
It went into AFib, and they just kept her overnight. They got her back into rhythm, and they kept her overnight and told her the next day she went home and told her to rest for about a week.
And a lot of you don't know Dana Bayer. She's the department's ladies historian, and her husband's a men's historian. She was ended up in the hospital and sent home. She had an allergic reaction to something that caused her to miss a trip to Las Vegas for the big Western Rendezvous this weekend. That's all I got there.
We have a card on the back for Ed, and a card back there to mail the change from the district.
Any other unfinished business? Other new business? George?
I'll keep this brief because literally the thought just came across my mind as I'm doing it because was recording the meeting just initially for testing. But would we be interested in maybe setting up a district YouTube where we can have stuff like the meetings can be set as unlisted? We could just send out to members who couldn't make it, and then we could also posts could send in, or squads could send stuff that are there, maybe it's from events, and we could post up there for the public to see what's going on and put stuff, or you could even come up with your own little things and maybe some kind of video you want to make, and we could put it on district YouTube page. Would that be something we'd be interested in?
I say with George being the second vice of the district, George moves forward with his idea thought, because I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it.
All right, I can work on that over the next week. I'm going to look into a few things I got to look into is multi-access. I already run a couple YouTube channels, but I've never set one up where I'd have multiple people with access. So I have to see whether I have, because it'd be nice if I could set where like I could access it and still have it on my list and give others access to it without them having to see my DJ Arctic and my Gamer Nerds. That way, anyone, if you got something, you don't have to necessarily depend on me. You can send it yourself and upload it.
George, for the gentleman from 175, why don't you cover the Discord?
We do have a Discord set up. If you're not familiar with that, it is kind of like a combination of Skype and a message board or a forum. So it's an app that'll work PC, Mac, iPhone, Android, pretty much any system. It permits voice chat along with video chat, but it also can set up text threads. So you can have one in there where you're talking about a certain subject, like say you say, here's an idea, you can post it in there as text and it will stay. So we can have them for dedicated for each squadron, which I already have set up. We can, if there's certain topics that we need to frequently have information on, I can set up a chat thread on that. And as a result, when you're outside of a meeting, you can just go, hey, I was just thinking about this. You can jump in there. We've also discussed the option, the only reason I didn't set up this and I went with the recording is because all the people that are currently on the Discord are physically in this room, so it's not like anyone would be. But we can have it live stream the meetings, so if someone's not able to make it who is a member of the Discord, they can watch the meeting. And we were discussing the possibility, once we get all the bugs out of the system, of if they use video chat, because obviously you can show yourself just like you would in Skype, they would be able to vote since we could prove it was them. But that's something that we're like, I'd say 85% of the way through. The Discord's set up. I am going to put on our page I got to repost the invite link to there. I keep meaning to post a setup guide so those who aren't as familiar with it can do it. But like I said, you can have it on your phone, you can have it on your computer. Yeah, whatever device, it works on all of them. So it's definitely something that, I see as a good way, because unlike Skype that only works when you're connected, it's always there. You could theoretically say, hey, can we have a video channel for our own squadron? And I can set that up. And so you could use it for your own meetings and jump into that one. Right now, the free version allows 25 people to connect in the voice and video at the same time, which in most cases, I don't think we'll have to worry about hitting that. But I think it's like $5 a month and it goes up to 100 people.
Thank you.
And one thing with Discord, I started off with it thanks to a game I played. This was before Jordan even got me on it. And there's so many different avenues you can do on Discord. You can find everything from hunting people to any hobby you can think of. There's people on Discord for them hobbies.
Yeah, there's a misconception. It did start with gaming. There's this misconception it's just for gaming. It is not. Anything and everything's on there. It's like, you're looking for a community about something, it's on there. And like I said, you get to go through and just go, oh, okay, I'll just talk in this. Oh, they got a conference going on where one person's speaking about a product release or something. You tune in and watch it and all that stuff. So basically, like I said, it's Skype mixed with a message board. It's a great all-in-one tool for it.
My plan was to have my laptop here so you guys could see how it's laid out on a laptop with a bigger screen.
Yeah, I can show on the phone once we're done, but obviously I'm recording right now, so. All right.
Let's first do anything for the good of the Legion. Okay. Any announcements? Okay. Can we have a 50-50 drawing, please? Kathy, you're not allowed to draw your own.
I'm not looking.
One quick thing while we're doing this, I've asked 331 about having our next district meeting, which will be in April, the last Sunday in April, and they have not gotten back to me. Dan was supposed to be here today, but he had a furnace call, and he called me, sent me a message a little after 1. He had just got done putting a guy's furnace together, and he said, by the time I get home and change clothes, I'll never make it. So I said, Dan, you know work comes first. But, so, I gotta get a hold of them, but find out if they wanna have the next meeting. If not, we'll be looking for a place to hold the April meeting, last Sunday in April.
Fred, you want that?
I want it.
Yeah.
How much is in there?
$30. 30.
Okay.
50 each.
Okay, is there any further business to come before this meeting? Hearing none, would we all stand?
Almighty God, the hour has come when we must part. We commit ourselves to thy care. Thou who art our strong tower of defense and our protection, grant that in life's battles we may be strong and brave. Live such lives of stainless integrity, and such reflect honor upon our country and glory thy great and holy name. May good providence shield us from all harm and bring us together again in true comradeship and peace. Amen.
Color? Okay, colors in place and salute. 2. I now declare this meeting of the 14th District Sons of the American Legion Winter Conference adjourned.